In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how betting exchanges work, how you can use a betting exchange, and why betting on a betting exchange is way better value than betting with a conventional bookmaker on their poor value odds. So this video is going to be jam-packed and it's going to walk you through exactly how you can get started using a betting exchange. So betting exchanges have been around for quite a long time now. I believe they were first formed around the early 2000s, and the idea of the betting exchange was to sort of compete with the conventional bookmakers, and it works, and there's a lot of similarities to financial stock markets with betting exchanges. So on financial stock markets, as you probably know, people buy and sell stocks and try and net a profit or sometimes a loss between where they buy and where they sell. Now, betting exchanges have a really similar concept, except you're not buying and selling stocks, you're backing and you're laying betting odds. Similar concept, a few differences, but very similar in the way it actually works. Now, not only this, unlike conventional bookmakers where you either take the price that they're offering or leave it, which generally isn't a very good price because bookmakers don't offer value prices, that's how they make their money. Unlike that, you can actually ask for a price that you want on the betting exchange. So instead of jumping to the exchange and taking the touch price, whatever the price currently is on the exchange, you can actually ask for a price above that. If you think the price should be priced above that, you can ask for the price, and if someone's willing to take your bet, you can get matched at a better price than the touch price on the exchange and the poor price that the bookmaker's offering. So it's a great way to bet using a betting exchange, and it's much better than your conventional bookmaker. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump on my computer screen and I'm going to explain exactly how you can get started using a betting exchange and why they're so much better in value than betting with your conventional bookmakers. So let's jump over to the computer screen and let's jump in and have a look how betting exchanges work. Okay, so betting exchanges. I've just got Betfair up here, as you can see, and I've also got Smarkets up here on a different tab as well. Now, basically, everything I go through on one betting exchange, I'm going to go through this on Betfair, is the same on Smarkets, so I just thought I'd get that in there just at the beginning. So we go to Betfair, I've got the PSG versus Bayern Munich game up, and the same here on Smarkets. I've got PSG versus Bayern Munich. So when you first look at it, you might be a little bit overwhelmed, sort of think, what is going on? You know, you've got blue boxes here, pink boxes here, you've got different boxes here what don't have a colour. You know, you've got big numbers on the top here, smaller numbers underneath. And this goes all the way down the page, different markets obviously. And the same on Smarkets, you've got green boxes, dark blue boxes, boxes with no colours, different markets down here, all that kind of thing. So it can look a little bit overwhelming when you first look at this and you first look at a betting exchange. But like I said, I'm just going to go through this on Betfair only, because everything I'm saying here will be very much attributable to Smarkets and to other betting exchanges as well. So we'll just go through it all on Betfair, and you can associate these things when I'm going through on different exchanges that you're using as well. Okay, so this game here, PSG versus Bayern Munich. Now these boxes here, what are in blue, we're going to start here, and these boxes are just conventional back bet boxes. So the same sort of thing you'd find with a bookmaker, this is what these are. So obviously PSG, if we go over here, these are odds of 3.1. This is the current price that you can take on the exchange for PSG to win the match, 3.1. If you want to back Bayern Munich, you can back them at 2.22. That's the current price that's available to back Bayern Munich. And if you want to back the draw, you can back that at 4.3. That's the current price that's currently available to back the draw. Now, you may have noticed that betting exchanges only use decimal odds. And on Betfair, if you don't like decimal odds or used to fractions, if you come from a bookmaking background and you like fractions, if you just highlight over them, it will show you what the conversion is to fractions. So 3.1 is 85 over 40, 2.22 is 6 to 5, 4.3 is 100 to 30. So you can see that's how you can convert the decimals into fractions if you don't like decimals. So yeah, these are the back odds that are available. So if I go in here and let's say I want to back a PSG, so I'm going to click here at 3.1. I want to back PSG with a £10 stake, so I put £10 into the stake box over here. Now what you can see is Betfair populates the what if column over here. So you can see if PSG win, if we're right, our back bet wins, we'll receive a profit of £21. The return will be £31, £10 is our stake, but we'll receive a profit of £21, and that's highlighted there under PSG. But if Bayern Munich win or the match finishes as a draw, you can see we'll lose our liability, which is £10, and that's shown there on Bayern Munich and shown there on the draw. And it also shows your liability over here, so £10. So liability is what your exposure is, what you stand to lose if your bet loses on the exchange. So yeah, you can see that's pretty basic, isn't it? £10 at 3.1, £21 profit if PSG win, £10 loss of their liability if PSG don't win. But let's say I think PSG are priced a little bit short. I think PSG should be priced around 3.5 and I want to bet on them at about 3.5. What I can do, I don't just have to take the available price. What I can do is I can just come over here to my bet slip and I can move up the odds using this button here. So let's move the odds up to 3.5 where I would want to place my bet on PSG. So 3.1, 3.15, 3.2, 3.25, and keep your eye on the profit over here on PSG each time I move the price up a tick. So 3.3, 3.35, 3.4, 3.45, 3.5, and you can see every time I move the price tick up, we're getting better value because we're betting on better value odds, or we're trying to get matched on better value odds. So let's say I'm happy with this. I want to bet £10 here at odds of 3.5. Now if I place my bet just by clicking here where it says place bet, then I confirm the bet. And what you can see happens here is all the what if columns disappear. So the numbers underneath the teams, they've vanished, and you can see here it's telling us that we've got an unmatched bet. Now this is unmatched because the price isn't at 3.5. We've simply asked for the price at 3.5. The price is currently 3.1. That's the available price to back PSG. It isn't at 3.5. So basically we've entered the queue up here at 3.5. So if the price reaches 3.5, it's currently at 3.1. If the price drifts out to 3.5, we're going to be in the queue waiting for someone to take our bet there. But currently the money is only matching at the touch price here, which is 3.1. So what I can do is I can cancel my bet by clicking here where it says cancel unmatched bets above, and that simply cancels my bet. So let's say you wanted to back here at 3.1. Let's say you were happy to take the current price, what was available on the exchange. So if I click here at 3.1 and put in a £10 stake again, the amount of money underneath the odds, so you can see here where it says 3.1, this amount of money here where it says 3,239, this is the available liquidity on that selection or at those odds. So at 3.1, there's £3,239 or £236, it's just changed, of money that's available there to bet on. So as long as your bet is underneath this amount here, is underneath 3,236, you can get fully matched because there's someone there, there's enough money there for you to bet at that price. Because of course, with betting exchanges, there is no bookmaker. It's just people betting amongst each other, trying to make money off each other, either by placing back bets and placing lay bets. So this number here, 3,215, is the amount of money from people, willing to put their money down, looking for people to take bets at 3.1. So they're the people who's willing to take some bets from back bettors like me who want to place a bet at odds of 3.1. There's £3,223 there. Same here at Bayern Munich, 2.2, £3,118 of money waiting to be bet against there. And at the bottom here, there's 24 grand at 4.3 of people waiting for someone to bet into, basically. So yeah, that's the basic concept between taking the price, which is these current prices here. You can just take the price right away, no questions asked. Your bet will get matched into the market. Or asking for a price if you were to move this up again. Up here at 3.5, you can ask for that price there and wait to see if the price reaches that point and if someone's willing to take your bet at that particular point. But that's the back odds covered, and that's pretty simple. That's the same sort of thing with bookmakers and things like that, other than the fact that you can't ask for a price, you've got to take their price is what they're offering. But with a betting exchange, you can ask for whatever price you want and wait to see if someone's willing to take the bet and wait to see if the price actually reaches that point within the market. So we look here in the pink boxes. Now these, as it says at the top, these are the lay boxes. So you can see PSG here, it's 3.15 to lay, Bayern Munich 2.24 to lay, and the draw, you want to lay the draw, 4.4 to lay the draw. And again, just like before, if you like fractions, if you come from a bookmaking background, highlight over the odds and it'll tell you what the fractional odds is, what the conversion is into fractions. So if you're not already aware, a lay bet, if you're not familiar with this channel with match betting and things like that, a lay bet is essentially just the complete opposite, the complete inverse of a back bet. So a back bet, you're obviously betting on a team to win. With a lay bet, you're doing the opposite. You're betting on the team to not win. So the other two outcomes to occur. If I click onto PSG, let's say I want to lay PSG, let's click into the lay box and let's ask for a price of 3.1, just to keep things simple, just like we backed earlier at 3.1. So let's ask for a price at 3.1. Pop in our stake, our back stake, 10 quid. Now can you see what's happened here? Our liability is now £21 if PSG win the match, but if Bayern Munich win, or the match finishes as a draw, we'll make £10. So it's just the opposite of what you would be doing when you were backing. So if I just cross that off, click on back, click £10 in, you can see it's just reversed that situation. So we'd win £21 of profit if PSG won, but our liability is £10 if any of the other two outcomes won. So that is the difference between a back bet in the blue boxes and a lay bet in the pink boxes. And these numbers underneath is the amount of money what's available to back and to lay. So this 3,183, this is people looking to lay at 3.1. So these are people who's gone in here, popped the odds down to 3.1, and they've popped in some money there. So if I was to put £100 in there, that would jump up to 3,283. So those numbers there underneath the back odds at that price is people willing to lay, people looking to take people's bets at the back odds. And the opposite on the lay side. These numbers here underneath 315, these are people who's gone in at 3.1, popped the odds up to 315, and they've popped their stake in there, and they're waiting, they're asking for the price at 315, so they're going underneath where it says 315 there. So these numbers here are basically a queue of people trying to get matched either on the back side, they're trying to back an outcome, or on the lay side, they're trying to bet against the outcome, they're trying to lay the outcome. Now obviously people have different opinions, people think things are going to happen, people think things are not going to happen, and they're just exchanging money against each other, they're taking bets against each other. And something really cool about the exchange, which a lot of people do, it's called sports trading, very, very similar to financial market trading where you're buying and you're selling stocks. You can back and you can lay betting odds, and if you back at a higher price than you lay at, so let's pop in a speculative back bet again here at 3.5, and then we lay the same outcome at a lower price. So let's say we want to lay at 315. Look what happens to the profit and loss column over here. So if PSG won in this example, we'd make £3.50, but if Bayern Munich won or the match finished as a draw, we'd win and lose nothing. So we've got a free bet essentially on PSG to win the match, and you can also manipulate your stakes as well. So I made the lay stake £11.50. You can see what happens there. We guarantee a profit regardless of what happens, 28p on PSG and £1.50 on either Bayern Munich or the draw. So the idea is really good. In theory it's a little bit more difficult because obviously we could get matched at 3.15, we could take that price because the price is showing there. The problem is we'd be asking for the price at 3.5 because the money is only matching here at 3.1. So we would need to wait until the price hit 3.5 and wait to see if someone was willing to take our bet up at 3.5. So the money only matches at the touch price in the market on each outcome. So the back odds here at 3.1 and the lay odds 315. So where these prices meet in the middle, so 3, 305, 3.1, 315, 320, 325, where these prices meet in the middle, that's where the money is matching currently. So it's currently matching at 315, that's the touch price on the lay side, but 3.1, you know, that's beneath where we want to be backing in this example at 3.5. So that's kind of the skill and the art form to it, trying to read the market, understand where the price is going to move, when it's going to move. So maybe if watching team news, maybe you know football well, maybe a star PSG player isn't playing and the price on PSG starts to drift out. So you could lay here at 3.15 and you can have your order waiting at 3.5. As soon as the price hits 3.5, you'd get matched and you would have this outcome here. And obviously that is completely scalable as well. So if you use larger stakes, £500 on either side, you can see how good the profit would be. You can see how good the profit would be. So yeah, that's the idea, and that's how you can trade on exchanges. But you know, maybe you don't want to trade, maybe you don't want to be backing and laying at different prices, trying to back at a higher price than you lay and net profit, a guaranteed profit. Maybe you just want to be flat out betting, which is fine, and you could just come in here, take the price of 3.1, or you could even ask for whatever price you want, 3.15, 3.2. But obviously you've got to ask for a reasonable price. You could just come in here and ask for a price of 1,000, but is the price going to reach 1,000? Highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely that the price is going to move all the way out to 1,000, especially in football markets where the markets are really efficient. People know a lot about football. The price isn't going to move too much before the game starts. So you've got to ask for a reasonable price, and it's all about, you know, getting used to the markets and how they work and things like that. So you're probably asking yourself, how does Betfair make money? Obviously there is no bookmakers, people betting for things, betting against things, exchanging money, exchanging bets, taking bets against each other. Where's Betfair's money coming from? Well, Betfair make money on net positions what are positive. So they take a commission from people who have winning bets essentially, or winning trades, or whatever you want to call it. So anyone that wins on Betfair pays a small 2% commission on their winnings. Anyone that loses pays nothing. You don't pay anything on any losing bets or losing trades. If you have a net position which is green, so we'll show you again here. You have a net position what's green, like that. Betfair will charge a 2% commission on your net position. You probably can't even get 2% of that, to be honest with you. It'd be very, very low. But you get the idea. Once you start scaling your stakes up, you're going to be charged a commission on any net positions what are green. If you bet lost or you trade lost, you won't pay any commission. So betting exchanges are miles better than bookmakers. They're so much better. And if you didn't know, odds represent the probability of an outcome occurring. So 3.1, 2.2, 4.3, these all convert to probability. So they start at fractions, which bookmakers use. They convert to decimals, which are a better way to use odds. And then the decimal odds convert into implied chance or probability. And all these back odds added up convert to percentages. And that percentage is shown here. So 100.6%. And that's basically what the market is saying is the percentage chance of one of these outcomes occurring. So it's 100% chance that one of these three outcomes will occur, which is a fair, efficient price. You know, it isn't good value and it isn't bad value. It's just an efficient price what represents the exact true probability of one of those teams or one of those outcomes occurring. Whereas if you were to bet on a bookmaker's website, we take this game, we look at it on Bet365, PSG, Bayern Munich and the draw. You could back PSG at 2.9 on Bet365, and bear in mind Bet365 is well known for having the best odds across all the bookmakers. So the best odds with a bookmaker, let's say, are 2.9 on PSG. You look on the exchange, you can get them for 3.1. On Bayern Munich, 2.22 to back. Bayern Munich, 2.10 to back. And you can probably see where this is going. The draw, 4.3 to back, 4.2 to back. So the better odds are with these betting exchanges, without a shadow of a doubt. Whether you're backing, you're trying to take value, or you're trading, this is where the odds are really good, and this is where the odds are really efficient. So you're getting a really fair price on the exchange. It isn't value, it isn't not value. That's your job to try and identify where the value is, where there's mispricings, things like that, where you can take advantage of trades backing at a higher price than you lay at. That's the whole idea and the whole backbone behind how exchanges work. Or you can just go to a bookmaker's website and take their prices, which don't represent true value, because what a bookmaker does is they take the prices here on the exchange, pop them over on their website, move all the odds down in value so they're shorter than the exchange's odds. They represent less value, they're not value. The value to the bookmaker, they're not value to the customer. Convert them to fractions and then they offer them out to their customers. And then their customers take them, they just bet into them, which, I don't see why, because the odds are much better, they're more efficient. You can see that's 100% book on the exchange, but people just decide to go to the bookmaker and bet into a negative book, a negative over-round, the edge with the bookmaker. Whereas on a betting exchange, you're getting pretty much an efficient price. So that's my take on exchanges. It's just a basic overview I've gone through there. There is more to it, which can go through in further videos if you are interested and you did find this interesting. And if you did find it interesting, please hit that like button just below this video. It takes you 2 seconds of your time, helps me and my YouTube channel out absolutely massively. So if you found it interesting, you found it entertaining, whatever the case might be, hit that like button and I'd really appreciate you for doing that. And if you want to get more of my videos as soon as they're released, tap the subscribe button and YouTube will send you those videos as soon as they're put onto YouTube. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it gives you a better insight into how this all works. It looks a little bit confusing on betting exchanges. Smarkets looks kind of the same. Looks a little bit confusing, but it really isn't once you break it down. And there are miles better way to bet than betting into poor overrounds on bookmakers' website and just giving them a load of value. Bet on betting exchanges, they're so much better than betting with a conventional bookmaker.